some sauerkraut for you guys. So I know people were asking. I had made it last fall and it's been in my fridge. I've been using it, but it totally lasts for a year in the fridge. So this is actually red sauerkraut that I had left over from last harvest season from September. That was in my fridge, but I went ahead and made some for you guys because you guys were asking. So this one's the red cabbage, and then this is green, like regular cabbage. I cut it into quarters so it fits in my bowl better, but I wash it in the vinegar wash. After I wash the cabbage, I make sure I drain it off, and then I chop it up and I put it in a large bowl. As it's in the bowl, you're going to add salt to it, and you want to do 2 tablespoons to 3.5 pounds of cabbage. Honestly, I just check my receipt most of the time to see how much it weighed instead of like getting out my scale, but you can do either way. For making sauerkraut, I always use sea salt, which is the best for fermenting, or a real salt. If you use Himalayan salt, it will turn your cabbage pink and then it looks like it's mold on the cabbage. So it will work to use Himalayan salt, but I always try to use like a real sea salt instead. So after it's shredded and the size of the cabbage that you want, you put it in a bowl, you add the salt to the bowl, and you want to just smush and crunch it with your hands and, you know, knead it and just kind of break it down. The salt will make the water, the moisture release from the cabbage, and then that way it makes a liquid. So you want that liquid in the bowl. You keep it, don't drain it out. You need that to put in your jar, but you just keep breaking it down. It sits there for like half an hour to an hour as you're getting the liquid. You just really want to break that down just for a couple minutes, and then it naturally releases more. So as you're putting the cabbage in the jar, you want to keep pounding it down in there. So this one is one that I've already been processed. I was just kind of doing this to show you. But you push it more and it'll keep making the liquid come up. So you can be really aggressive with this. This is a glass weight that keeps the sauerkraut down below the liquid. Normally, I would put half of a cabbage leaf down in this and put the weight on top. So if I put this in there, these floaties will come up, and you don't want that because then they'll mold if they go up to the top of the surface. So if you're working with a larger jar like this, you use a full cabbage leaf and you push it down and then put the weight on top of it and the liquid will rise up. I do not leave the leaf on there for months at a time. I just take that out. So it goes in my refrigerator like this.